Hey, Mrparka here to do another review. The movie I'm going to review, what can I say that hasn't already been said about the awesome slasher, new wave, homage, splatter, gore film, rape, revenge, Gutterballs. I actually did a review for this long ago, but that was so many moons ago, I'm back at it. Ryan Nicholson's Gutterballs basically pays homage to rape revenge flicks and slasher flicks. It's his love letter, as he put it in the commentary. Basically, the story follows a group of bowlers against another group of bowlers. They bowl after dark at this really cool bowling alley, which makes a great setting. The lights are awesome. Has a great 80s feel. All these people seem to be out of the 80s, never determined if it is in the 80s or not. And basically, a feud starts and it escalates. Ugh. Anyways, and one of the other group, out of jealousy and hate, they rape one of the women. Gang rape. A horrible gang rape reminiscent of I Spit on Your Grave, including a bowling pin. What happens there is a chain of events that gets ridiculously insane. The next night, slashing start at the bowling alley, and a whole bunch of bodies pile up in horrifically gory fashion. Basically, it's kind of your run-of-the-mill slasher movie, but it's not. Ryan Nicholson does a lot of things different. He kind of basically never shies away from any of the violence or gore or sex. I mean, when there's sex on the screen, it's almost pornographic, hardcore sex. The deaths are either really gory or really creative. He also said in the commentary he didn't like all his deaths to be super gory. He wanted to show that people can die creatively without splatter. And he's right, but also he gives you the splatter too. So he gives you the best of both worlds in here. Some of the deaths aren't gory, like I said, but they're very creative and crazy, and somewhat pornographic if they're not. Anyways, what we have here, the characters in the movie are all kind of like stereotypes. The group of villains, I guess you'd say, are kind of run by a guy named Steve, and he kind of is just a crazy asshole, and he freaks out, and he's just so unlikable, but he does his job well, and he has a couple goon squad, Joey and AJ, who kind of like the comic relief. There's a lot of comedy in this movie on top of it, which is very strange because 1 second horrifically disturbing or gory, next second funny. It's kind of very weird mix of that type of thing, which is very strange, and that's kind of Ryan Nicholson's style. So basically we have the goons, like I was getting off track, Joey and AJ, who are kind of comic relief, and they have like, they're always so masculine and stuff, but there's kind of like this undertone that they're homos together, stuff like that, homosexual undertones with them too. And you see it, they're kind of just weird and very... AJ has this really hyena laugh. He makes a great villain. The laugh is reminiscent of RoboCop, if you guys remember the... what's the character's name with the laugh? But anyways, like I said, I cannot say enough good things about Gutterballs. The commentary on the DVD is awesome. The making of is awesome. Ryan Nicholson repeats himself a little bit, but you know, learning a lot. You learn a lot what he was going for. It's his love letter to slasher movies. In the very beginning of it, you see a reminiscent of Nightmare on Elm Street opening scene where the killer's getting ready.
Holy shit.
And to mention the killer is the BBK killer, the bowling bag killer. He is actually very awesome. He looks stupid like he said he wanted him to, kind of silly but scary at the same time. Think Stage Fright by Sovia, or Sovia, however he says his name. I'm very not good. But I just remember that big owl head. You're like, that looks so stupid, but I'm still scared of it. And that's how the BBK head works to me. He's pointing out homages left and right, Accused, all sorts of, and a whole bunch of other slasher movies, and I've seen some of them, and I even recognized there's some sound effects in there. It sounds a lot like The Burning. The score in the movie is really 80s, really cool, and also some of the music even sounds giallo, like a giallo-ish, or very Italian for sure. I believe the composer, one of them, was Italian. He said he was an old Italian horror movie composer that vanished, and he got him back, I believe, he said. But one of the music that really strikes a tone with you is the music after she's raped. It's very sad and kind of sounds like a giallo, or what have you done to Solange, something like that. But yeah, some of the acting is iffy, but I think Ryan Nicholson said he hired real actors, models, and not actors in there to kind of mix it around. And you know, that's a lot like a slasher movie. You have a couple good people, like maybe a David Gale or William Sanderson in Savage Weekend, then some crappy actors, and you know, it's just kind of weird to see a range of talent from great to crap. And that's a lot of slasher movies giving a lot of people head starts on. And yeah, the twist at the end, you probably will call some of the twists, but you won't get it all, which because it's kind of a crazy twist. And this one, again, I think that Ryan Nicholson with this movie kind of made the splatter, gore, nasty, extreme genre a little more acceptable in the mainstream's eye. And I think that's what Ryan Nicholson's kind of doing in a way, and he's actually probably one of the best horror directors out there right now, if not the best. One of the top 5 for sure. That's bringing some underground, creative, crazy stuff that we all want to see, but not many people have the balls to do. And Gutterballs is just his love letter to slasher movies, and it shows. The body count's like 12, 13 people. All the deaths are either really gory or creative. The language is ridiculous. It's offensive.
Fuck. Jesus. Hey, shitnuts. Your fucking waxer ruined my ball. It's yours now. I want a new one.
All right. First of all, shit for brains. That area's being remodeled. You ain't even supposed to be over there. And secondly, you're a fucking dipshit. It looks to me like you just pushed down too goddamn hard. You're supposed to let that machine do all the work for you. I don't see it as a malfunction at the junction, boy.
Well, maybe you should open your fucking eyes, then, idiot. There's 1 inch of sharp screw embedded in the bottom. It's fucked. End of story. Now go get me a new fucking ball.
Use one of the balls by your lane.
Those balls are shitty and used. Just like your fucking underwear. Now go get me a goddamn new ball.
Hey, calm down now. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Now you be a good boy and go back over to your lane, and maybe I'll go up to the store and get you something brand spanking new. If you're lucky.
Lucky? Want to talk about luck? You're fucking lucky the toilet wouldn't flush when your mom spread her legs and pulled you out with a goddamn coat hanger.
You're lucky the buffalo beat me over the fence, otherwise I'd be your daddy.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Hey, where you going? You better be going to get my new ball. I got a fucking game to win, no fucking around.
Yeah, that's what your mama said.
Some of the murders in there are just cringeworthy. Like, I've never seen some slashings like this. I just have to say, at one point somebody's penis is turned to a vagina, and that's all seen. He never shies away, and that is ridiculously gross, but amazingly awesome at the same time. I don't know if that makes any sense. But Gutterballs is probably the best slasher movie that came out in the last 10 years, I think. Maybe. Probably. I mean, I'm sure some people will throw some names out there, but it's going to be hard to top Gutterballs to me. This isn't for everybody. I mean, if you're going to be offended very easily or disgusted very easily, you should stay away from Gutterballs. This DVD release is actually pretty cool because you get the commentary, like I said, and behind the scenes if you don't want to listen to it with commentary. And I would really recommend this movie to any horror fan out there that likes extreme stuff, slashers, rape revenge, because it does it all. And even horror comedies, because it does it all, and it does it all successfully, but weird too, because it mixes all of it, so it kind of makes a one-of-a-kind movie. Very weird, but very good, and something you've seen before, but something you haven't seen before, if that makes any sense. That is my review for Gutterballs, Ryan Nicholson movie by TLA Releasing. A highly recommended movie. If you don't have this one, just go out and get it. You won't be disappointed. Tons of gore, tons of death, tons of nudity, tons of laughs, tons of sickness. Gutterballs. Ryan Nicholson's other movies, also very similar but different. Hanger, Live Feed, Torched, also very good. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Anybody that wears a shirt like that has gotta be a fag.
Oh.